Have you ever felt that sudden stabbing cramp in the middle of the night? The kind that jolts you awake, locks your calf like a twisted knot, and leaves you breathless for a moment as you wait for the pain to pass. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Millions of older adults experience nighttime leg cramps that feel far more intense than anything that happens during the day. A patient once told me about her own struggle with this. She could walk, garden, and move around during the day without a single problem. But almost every night, somewhere around 2 or 3 in the morning, her leg would seize so suddenly it brought tears to her eyes. She kept asking herself, why does it happen at night and never during the day? That question stayed with her for years until she finally learned what was really happening inside her muscles. Now I want you to imagine this. Picture your leg muscles while you sleep. Your body cools down. Your circulation slows. Your nerves become more sensitive as they shift through different sleep stages. And deep in your calves, fibers that should glide smoothly begin to tighten, because the nighttime environment changes everything about how your muscles behave. It's like your body enters a different world after the sun goes down. Night cramps are not signs that your body is failing. They're signals. They're the way your muscles whisper that something deeper is going on. And they feel so much worse at night, not because you're older, but because nighttime creates the perfect conditions for a cramp to hit harder, last longer, and feel almost uncontrollable. So why do nights hurt more than days? Why do cramps strike when you're resting, not when you're active? What makes nighttime muscles so vulnerable? In this video, we're going to explore all of that with simple science you can understand. I'll walk you through what changes inside your legs at night, how circulation slows, why nerves fire more easily, and how sleep posture, dehydration, temperature, and mineral shifts all play a role. Most importantly, we'll talk about what you can do to dramatically reduce these painful episodes. Before we continue, if this video is helping you already, please subscribe, like, and share Senior Health Daily. Your support truly helps us keep creating meaningful, life-changing content for you. Let's uncover the truth together. Why nighttime leg cramps are more severe. When we talk about leg cramps, most people imagine something that can happen during activity. But nighttime cramps are very different creatures. They strike when the world is quiet, when the house is dark, and when the body should be resting. What makes them so intense, so sharp, and so unforgettable is what your body is doing while you sleep. As we age, nighttime circulation to the legs slows more than we realize. During the day, even small movements keep blood flowing, delivering warmth and oxygen to the muscles. But at night, when you lie still for hours, that constant flow becomes gentle and slower, especially toward the calves and feet. Muscles depend on fresh blood to keep fibers relaxed. When circulation drops, those fibers stiffen like cold rubber bands. Your muscles are also colder at night. Without movement to warm them, they lose flexibility. Cold muscle fibers are easier to irritate, easier to tighten, and far less cooperative when it comes to relaxing again. They grip and hold, and that is why you wake up feeling like your calf has turned into stone. Nerves also change during sleep. During certain sleep transitions, nerve firing becomes more sensitive and unpredictable. A small shift in posture, a slightly pointed toe, or a gentle stretch of the calf is enough to cause a nerve to fire suddenly. That one spark can trigger the entire muscle to contract violently. There is another factor seniors often overlook. Many sleeping positions quietly compress nerves or blood vessels. A bent knee can restrict blood flow. A twisted ankle can stretch a nerve. A soft mattress may sink your hips, misaligning the spine and irritating leg nerves. You do not feel this while sleeping, but your muscles do. I remember one older gentleman who visited me with a very specific complaint. His cramps always came between 2 and 5 in the morning, never during the day, never in the evening, only during that window. After reviewing his sleep habits and circulation patterns, we discovered his lower legs were simply not receiving enough nighttime blood flow. Once we adjusted his evening routine and sleep posture, his pain began to fade. Nighttime cramps are severe because nighttime physiology is different. Your muscles are tighter, colder, less supported, and more vulnerable. It is not weakness. It is biology. The role of poor circulation. At night, circulation is the quiet heartbeat of muscle health, and at night it shifts dramatically. When you fall asleep, your blood pressure naturally drops. This is a healthy response, but it also slows the delivery of oxygen and nutrients to the muscles. For younger bodies, this drop is easy to manage. For older adults with stiffer arteries or varicose veins, the slowdown becomes more dramatic. Aging arteries lose elasticity, making it harder for blood to move smoothly. Varicose veins allow blood to pool instead of flowing upward efficiently. This pooling builds tension in the lower legs, creating the perfect environment for muscle fibers to misfire and cramp. Many seniors think this sensation is circulation failure, but in reality, it is a combination of age, nighttime physiology, and stillness. Another overlooked factor is how your daytime habits influence nighttime circulation. If you sit for long periods during the day, whether watching television, reading, or working on a hobby, blood stagnates in the lower legs. Even after you stand and move later, some of that sluggish flow remains. By the time night comes, your legs are already at a disadvantage. Sleeping flat can also contribute. When your legs are level with your heart, venous return slows. There is nothing pushing blood upward, no calf pump, no muscle contraction, no warmth generated from movement. It is like a river at night. The water moves slower, the bends become more pronounced, and the edges tighten. Good circulation keeps muscles loose. Slowed circulation primes them for cramps. Nerve sensitivity during sleep. Nerves are the electrical wires of your body, and they also behave differently at night. Sleep is not a steady, quiet state. It is a cycle of fluctuations: light sleep, deep sleep, REM sleep. Each stage changes how nerves communicate. During some sleep transitions, nerves fire more easily, almost like sparks that travel through the muscle. For someone over 60, the nervous system becomes more reactive because of natural aging. A little dehydration, a mild mineral deficiency, or stress from the day can amplify this reactivity. Dehydration is one of the biggest triggers for nighttime nerve irritability. Nerves require fluid balance to function smoothly. When there is not enough water surrounding nerve endings, the electrical signals become sharper and more chaotic. Even if you do not feel thirsty, dehydration can build quietly by evening. Magnesium is another major factor. Low magnesium levels increase nerve excitability. Many older adults unknowingly have low magnesium because of medications, digestion changes, or dietary habits. One of my patients had cramps exclusively at night, and her labs showed she was significantly low in magnesium. As soon as she replenished it slowly over a few weeks, her nighttime cramps nearly disappeared. Stress hormones shift at night as well. Cortisol naturally drops. This can make nerves more unpredictable. It is why some seniors feel twitching, fluttering, or sudden jerks when falling asleep. For some, those small twitches escalate into full muscle cramps. Nighttime nerves are simply more vulnerable. Combine nerve sensitivity with colder, less flexible muscles and reduced circulation, and you have a perfect recipe for cramps that feel far worse than anything during daylight hours. Sleep posture triggers. Your sleep posture is one of the most powerful, overlooked contributors to nighttime leg cramps. It is not just about whether you sleep on your back or side. It is about what your feet, knees, hips, and lower back are doing for hours without movement. Pointed toes shorten the calf muscle. Even a slight downward angle of the foot can tense the calf for a long period, and when you stretch or move in your sleep, the muscle snaps into a full contraction. Bent knees can restrict blood flow. When the knee is bent deeply, the muscles and vessels behind it become compressed. This reduces circulation and can trap the calf in a tight position. Side sleeping without proper support can twist the hips and lower back, placing pressure on the sciatic nerve or other leg nerves. Soft mattresses that allow the hips to sink create similar issues. Misalignment from the hips downward forces muscles to hold unnatural positions all night long. A surprising number of patients discover that their cramps vanish simply by changing their sleep posture. One woman who had nightly cramps for a decade found relief by placing a small pillow under her knees and keeping her toes neutral instead of pointing down. It took one night for her to feel the difference. Your muscles need alignment, warmth, and space to relax. Your posture determines whether they receive it. Nighttime dehydration. Dehydration is far more common at night than most seniors realize. Even if you drink water during the day, the body loses moisture through breathing, through the skin, and through metabolic processes while sleeping. Seniors also lose more water naturally due to age-related kidney changes. Many older adults avoid drinking water later in the day because they fear nighttime bathroom trips. The result is that by bedtime, the body is already behind on fluid balance. Muscles require adequate water to maintain elasticity and prevent nerve irritation. When the body is even mildly dehydrated, muscles behave like ropes that dry out and tighten. Caffeine and salty dinners increase dehydration. Caffeine acts as a diuretic, and sodium pulls water into the bloodstream, forcing the kidneys to excrete more fluid. Even if you do not feel thirsty, your muscle fibers feel the difference. There is also a phenomenon called hidden dehydration. This is when someone believes they are hydrated because they drink a few glasses of water a day, but their body shows signs of fluid shortage. Dry lips, dark urine in the morning, fatigue after light movement. These subtle clues are often ignored, but they tell a powerful story. Nighttime dehydration creates an environment where muscle fibers are dry, stiff, undernourished, and prone to misfire. Mineral imbalances and night cramps. Minerals are the unsung heroes of muscle health. Magnesium, potassium, sodium, and calcium all work together to help muscles contract and release. At night, these minerals shift inside the body due to hormonal changes, digestion, and kidney function. When you eat salty or sugary foods late in the evening, the mineral balance inside the muscles becomes disrupted. Insulin spikes from sugar pull magnesium out of the cells. High-sodium meals force the kidneys to excrete fluid and potassium. Calcium levels also fluctuate depending on your dinner choices and medications. Diuretics, blood pressure medications, and diabetes medications can increase mineral loss overnight. Many seniors do not realize that their prescriptions heighten the risk of nighttime cramps by altering the chemical balance inside the muscles. When one mineral is out of balance, the muscle may still contract, but it cannot relax properly. That is when the pain becomes severe. Daily habits that lead to nighttime cramping. Night cramps rarely come from just one cause. They usually come from patterns built quietly over time. Long periods of sitting during the day weaken circulation. Lack of stretching allows muscles to shorten. Poor hydration routines gradually dry out the tissues. Eating triggering foods too late adds to mineral imbalance. Even overexertion in the afternoon can exhaust muscle fibers, leaving them vulnerable when you finally rest. I remember a patient who complained of nightly cramps for 2 years. After reviewing her routine, the cause became clear. She sat for hours doing crossword puzzles in the afternoon. She drank most of her water at night instead of during the day. She ate salty soups in the evening. And she never stretched her calves. With a few small changes, her cramps decreased dramatically within weeks. Your daytime choices shape your nighttime comfort. Before we continue, if this video is helping you understand your health, please subscribe, like, and share Senior Health Daily. It gives us the motivation to create more life-saving content for you. What seniors can do at night. There are simple, gentle, practical steps older adults can take to reduce nighttime cramping. A short calf stretch before bed helps muscles release the tension built throughout the day. Hydrating gradually from morning through early evening supports the body without increasing nighttime bathroom trips. Eating magnesium-rich dinner options like leafy greens or whole grains can prepare the muscles for a calmer night. Warm socks or a light heating pad improve circulation. Proper pillow placement beneath the knees or between the legs can keep posture aligned. These small changes help muscles stay warm, relaxed, and supported. When night cramps signal something serious. While most nighttime cramps come from hydration, circulation, posture, or minerals, sometimes they point to deeper issues. If cramps appear with swelling, if they happen only in one leg, If the lower legs feel cold, if numbness accompanies the pain, or if symptoms persist despite hydration and mineral balance, it is important to speak with a doctor. These symptoms can signal vascular disease, nerve compression, or other medical conditions that need attention. Most seniors experience improvement once they address hydration, circulation, and mineral balance. But being aware of red flags helps protect long-term health. As we come to the end of this conversation, I want you to take a slow breath and give yourself a moment of honesty and kindness. If you have been waking up at night with painful leg cramps, you carry not only the discomfort, but the worry that something might be wrong. I want you to release that fear just a little. Night cramps are not signs that your body is failing. They are simply messages from a body that has been working hard for you for decades, asking for a bit more care and attention. Your legs have carried you through so many seasons of life. They have climbed stairs, walked miles, chased after grandchildren, stood through long days, and steadied you during both joyful and difficult moments. They deserve compassion, not frustration. They deserve the kind of gentle support we often forget to offer ourselves. And here is the hopeful truth. Even after 60, your muscles still respond beautifully to the smallest acts of care. A steadier hydration routine, a few mindful stretches before bed, a dinner with better mineral balance, a bit of warmth around your calves. None of these require perfection, just consistency. Small steps can reshape your nights in ways you never expected. You do not have to overhaul your life. You can begin with something as simple as one glass of water earlier in the day, or taking a moment to relax your feet before lying down. Progress begins with one small decision. Most importantly, you are not walking this journey alone. Senior Health Daily is right here beside you, helping you understand your body with clarity, comfort, and encouragement. I am honored to be part of your evening and part of your path toward better nights. Your body still listens, it still responds, and it still wants to carry you forward.